Look, if someone's gonna give me free shit, they can give me their number, okay? I'm not above. Actually, I am above taking things from people. Well, not necessarily above. I just feel bad about it. Okay, so Pontiff, we named the Geodude Dr. Roxo. We caught a Rattata called Marrow and a Spinarak called Arik. And Arik was named by Sulyi. So, yeah.
We got to make another friendo in the dark.
Yes.
It's very important.
All of the friendos.
Maybe we'll get super lucky and it'll be our Wobbuffet.
Oh dear God, no.
You wouldn't want to be friends with a Wobbuffet? Wobbuffets are amazing.
Here's my problem with Wobbuffet in a Nuzlocke. Counter Mirror Coat Arena Trap.
Well, Shadow Tag, but yes.
Oh, yeah, Shadow Tag, I thought, yeah.
It's the same thing, to be fair.
Same thing, different, I am not getting free shit, no, Virtue. I am. I'm just saying, I'm not necessarily above it, but I do feel bad about receiving things in general.
It's a Zubat.
Oh, who didn't see that coming? Oh my God, I'm slowly turning into Rich Evans. I don't know how I feel about that.
We probably shouldn't scratch the Zubat. I don't know if it will live.
It's fine.
Okay. It survived, so fair enough. Can't get fairer than that.
And if not, we don't get it.
Zubat is very important, you know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and if we don't get a Zubat, but you know, ideally. I mean, it's one of those weird things, because again, it's one of those early game Pokemon that just seems to be, well, no, it doesn't seem to be everywhere, it is absolutely everywhere, but it ends up being actually really good. The other one being Tentacool. Yes, I said it, I know you think it's trashed here, I very much disagree.
Now, here's the thing about Zubat, right? I have no desire to use a Zubat. However, capturing it is very important, so we don't have to later.
Well, there's that, but, you know, I would also, if possible, like to get a Crobat, because Crobat is amazing. It's one of my favourite Pokemon. Well, Molt, you get to name your favourite Pokemon then.
Well, that works out lovely then.
Yeah. And it's a female, if that's important to you.
Yeah. Which nullifies the name I was gonna...
Which was?
I was gonna suggest naming it Manbat in honor to the Stardew Valley spiel.
Yeah. Manbat was amazing. I think I saved that somewhere, but it's just a case of going through the entire Twitch stream. I'm gonna have to make a highlight of that and upload it to YouTube. Just that whole Manbat conversation, because that was amazing.
It lasted for like half an hour.
Yeah, and just sort of, here's this with no context whatsoever.
Like, and he lives in a dumpster and his parents are alive.
And he has no money or gadgets, but somehow he decides he's going to be a crime-fighting vigilante anyway, because...
And just murders people, hangs them up when no one can reach them.
He's not above killing people. In fact, the more people he can kill, the better. It doesn't even matter if they're criminals or not.
The name is going to be Blind.
Oh, okay. I can work with that.
Okay.
Kill them all, Petal. Petal. Yes, I am slowly turning into Rich Evans from Red Dead Media. In that I can't pronounce words.
A Geodude. A female Geodude too. God damn it.
We cannot has for 2 reasons.
Yeah, really. Can't we just switch it with one for 10?
Unfortunately, no. Well, I say unfortunately for you. For me, it's totally indifferent.
It was for tactical reasons, nothing else. I mean, it's not like a big secret. I can just say if you want, but...
It's entirely up to you.
all it is that female Geodude hard counters are a problematic thing later.
Oh, yeah, I know the one. I know what you mean. There's also another counter to it. But again, whether or not we'd be able to get it, and I don't know. Like, a trade's technically, allowed in a Nuzlocke?
I would say trading a Pokemon it would count as your received thing for that area.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. So I was just going to say, in this case it wouldn't matter, but actually it would.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we have other options available to us. We'll figure something out.
Either that or I'll just end up being destroyed by Whitney, and I suppose in the highly likely event of this Nuzlocke ending prematurely, would you be able to just doing a standard playthrough?
Possibly. I think we just kind of have to play it by ear when we get there.
Yeah.
And look at how we're feeling about the run and stuff.
I mean, you know, we can add it. We can like discuss gimmicks that we could add to the to a normal run as well. But
yeah, we'll just have to kind of.
Yeah.
I kind of don't think about.
Yeah,
No.
I get you. Because another thing that I have thought about trying is a monotype run.
Yeah.
You know, where again it's more or less a standard playthrough. You don't have to worry about Nuzlocke or things like that, but it is it still has some a challenging element to it. Do I want to be? Yeah, we'll just be bold. It's a Bellsprout, for Christ's sake.
That's what, like 3 tackles to take it down? Oh wait, we're taking 2 from its body weight. This is fine.
Yeah. I like Bellsprout, mind you. They're adorable in a weird sort of way.
I remember from the anime, the like karate Bellsprout. That was pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, I have seen that at some point, but I have a vague memory of it, but I don't know if I saw it at the time. Might have done.
I'd say probably.
Let's go blind.
Actually, yeah, go on.
And Pontiff, no, we will not be getting a team wipe from a bunch of Bellsprouts. I hope. I am holding on to something wood as I say that.
Although I do wonder if we should just be focusing on getting levels.
I can't actually see it, Pontiff, because of my setup at the moment. So, but I'll take a look now.
I can check. Does it say 6 viewers? Yeah, it says 6 viewers my end.
Neat. And my end, yeah, 6. That is awesome, actually. No complaints from me. Because, yeah, like I say, you know, I know I've said before, but I'm not necessarily looking to get big or anything like that, but I would like to, I would like to make this into something.
You're not looking to get big, you're looking to get massive.
No.
Like the biggest thing to ever be big ever. 5 times larger than disaster.
Huge quest. That is what I'm aiming for. Just nothing else. In fact, I'm going to put that in the chat because everyone needs to see huge quest. It's just a shame that it's not coloured, so but everyone has to see it. I highly recommend people
before Nightbot bans you for posting links.
What now?
Before Nightbot bans you for posting links.
Shouldn't, but I wouldn't put it past him. Yes, ban me from my own stream, because I break all of the rules. In your own time. Thank you.
Who are these lurkers? Yeah, we've not really got many lurkers. Most people have said something.
Yeah. And I'm perfectly fine with lurkers, you know, people just coming in and watching and not saying anything. That's not a problem.
Yeah. So especially if they're on like the PS4.
Yeah.
Will sometimes work.
Or just have this on in the background and they're working on something, you know, that's perfectly fine. I've got no...
I just want to hear the soothing melodies of our voice.
Yes, my strangely Welsh but not Welsh accent. Hell if I know why I don't speak like every other Welsh person in the area, but I don't, so...
But you know, we have a very real this run.
A very really real problem.
Yeah, we've not found a character to have the Riri voice yet.
No, but...
We need more excited female talkable characters.
Yeah, but that's kind of, you know, your department.
It is my department.
It is very much your...
Yay, levels up.
Yay! Why not Boba Fett? Which doesn't work quite as well if you're a British person, because we pronounce the Pokemon as why not as why not. Works better if you have an American accent, but if you have to explain the joke, it's no longer funny, therefore I have ruined the joke.
But if you over-explain the joke, it becomes funny.
True. And on the next episode of Panda Ruins Everything...
I've told you most of my awful jokes, right?
Yeah, but there's a difference between an awful joke and an awful joke that doesn't land and then needs explanation as to why it doesn't land, and then an explanation as to why the language doesn't translate, because British and American English are different.
And if you consult subsection B12, you will find that this joke wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Appendix G on the third sheet of your paper. But Panda, why was
what, sorry?
The bear politician?
Bear politician?
Yeah. Why were they so popular?
Go on.
They knew how to pander to a crowd.
Oh god, that was painful, but I love it.
I have so many. Will Panda reach the top
Supersonic
of the tower,
yeah.
or will she die to a Bellsprout critical? Find out next time on Panda Ball Z. That's pretty good fun.
Yeah, I like that. Also, if you want to talk about funny jokes, the story about how two brothers consolidated a small business loan into a thriving paper goods factory is a long and interesting one. And here it is. It all started with the filing of Form 59/7B, the filing of a small business loan. Many interesting things have been put into boxes over the years. Toys, candy, other candy. I forgot the line, the entire bit. But do any of these boxes have candy in them? No. Will any of them ever? No, we just make boxes to ship nails. When do we get to see a finished box? Oh, that doesn't happen here. That happens in our factory in Flint, Michigan. Oh, I love the box factory so much. I know I shouldn't, but I love that whole you know, those couple of scenes in the box factory in that episode of The Simpsons. In Bart Gets Famous. I love it so much. You know, just the fact that Martin Prince and Principal Skinner find it so fascinating, and everyone else is just bored shitless. Yeah. And
I know when I was younger, we had this comedy. We had like HeartGold.
Yeah.
And there was this section dedicated to don't put the bat in because it's really low on PP.
Yeah.
But it had this section dedicated to like funny things people have written on car insurance claims. And it was glorious. It was like,
yeah.
It was like, I drove out my drive and was hit by a bus. The bus was 5 minutes early. I pulled into the wrong drive and hit a tree.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide is amazing. Yeah, well, what was the other great... Oh, that's it. And I tried to find a GIF of it so that I could use it for reactions to things. And do you think I could find it? But anyway, I'll have to have another look at it at another time. But there's that whole thing and sort of... And this is my office. If you'll look down at the floor, you'll see a yellow line. Follow it. It'll lead you round my desk and right back out the door. And they all just trudge like a Nazi death march through, following this line. And for you know, none of them say anything, and for some reason, you know, and all looking at the floor, and for some reason that is just the funniest shit to me, even though it's incredibly stupid, but I love it. You know, I just love. I love it when you have, you know, a character that is blatantly oblivious to the fact that they are boring everyone around them. And I am painfully aware that I am that character in pretty much all forms of life. No answer was a stern reply.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay.
Stupid things are always fun.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Pontiff. That's the thing with me. That's something that does tend to happen. Like, I can watch a comedy thing, and although it's funny, you know, and I know internally that it is funny and I'm enjoying it, I won't necessarily laugh out loud, but then there will be one line or one thing that's just totally stupid, and I'll flip my shit. I'm saying shit a lot, and I do apologize. But yeah, you know, and it'll just set me off, and it, like I say, a lot of the times it's just something that's so stupid that has no right to make me laugh as much as it does, and then I feel really bad for having laughed so hard at it. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had a similar sort of thing.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We beat Sage Chow.
Yay. I would very much like to know what, Oh, I nearly missed that. Thanks, title screen. Area screen thing.
What would we do without this X accuracy?
Oh, yes, the most vital of vital items that are vital to... Can we hurry up and get a ghastly, please? Ideally a female one. Although I know that it won't be... It won't resist rollout, but... Can you get... is it possible to get a Pokemon that has double team for Whitney?
I don't know.
Or...
But we should definitely potion quarter.
Yeah, good call. I'm glad someone's paying attention, because I'm not. It's not intentional, it's just that my brain just shut off the fact that this is a Nuzlocke. Just like in my I think it was my previous couple of streams, I said that 9 PM GMT is 5 PM EST. And it's not, it's actually 4 PM EST, but my brain decided that because it was EST is 5 hours behind GMT, that it was 5 PM. I probably should have cleared that one up. I'm going to apologize at the start of the stream, but I didn't. And this is what I mean about things popping into my head and me having to say them as they do, otherwise I will forget. Not that anyone really cares, but yeah. But yeah, how do you forget that you're playing a Nuzlocke? In all seriousness, how is that even possible?
I always found I was very painfully aware.
Yeah. I think it's probably because I've not yet got, aside from when we were poisoned, I've not yet got to the point of sheer terror.
But I know before the blue one, which I did a test kind of blue.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wanted the time limit to be a thing, but I didn't know what would be a good time limit. So I wanted to get a feel of kind of what a run would feel like. And in that run, it all went wonderfully up to Celadon City.
Yeah.
And stepped out of Celadon City, stepped onto like the cycling path, and lost so many guys. Lost like most of the team on the cycling path. Managed to turn it around on that one.
That's good at least, but yeah, that has to be disheartening.
Yeah, but like by the end of that run, the Elite Four was pretty much ran of about 2 Pokemon, and the rest were just like fillers.
Oh, fair enough.
But still, better outcome than the time Nuzlocke went.
Yeah.
It was not a 4-party wipe.
And you know, again, that's the thing, because of the way that I play Pokemon. Like for me, it's more about you know, raising Pokemon and figuring out what my favorites of each generation is, and just spending time with as many of them as I can. So I don't really ever think about Pokemon from a competitive aspect, if such a thing is even possible. But yay, encounter! And it's a Ghastly, and it's a female Ghastly. Hooray!
You get all of your wishes.
Yeah, Pontiff, that has to be extremely, extremely disheartening. You know, like getting to the final boss, and that's what does you. Oh, actually, funnily enough, that reminds me of my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Red, and playing through it, and as I said earlier, I not fully understanding the game. Also, people, if you have any suggestions for a Ghastly name, that would be great. But
well, I have never seen someone use Foresight before. I was really confused.
Yeah, I figured might as well, because we have it, and Hoothoot is, or Cootery isn't, I really need to get better with the nicknames, is unlikely to knock Ghastly out. So,
yeah, I figured you'd just go Hypnosis Pokeball.
No. Hypnosis never hits unless it's used against you, and then it hits all the fucking time.
I've been alright with Hypnosis.
But yeah, I playing through, not fully understanding the game. I didn't train up any other Pokemon other than my starter Rini. I just swept through everything, you know, no problem. Sabrina, I think, gave me a little bit of trouble, but not all that much in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, going through the Elite Four, and I tried so many times, and anyway, managed to get to a point where I'm at Lance, got him down to his final Dragonite. My managed used up all my items, and then it was sort of you know, down to the wire. Managed to defeat Lance, and it's sort of, finally, I defeated the game. I'm the champion, and I finally finished the game. And then it's sort of, oh, by the way, Blue. And it was sort of, no, you do not. And yeah, Blastoise. No, I think the only Pokemon I had left was if I remember rightly, it was an Aerodactyl, which was some stupidly low level, but it managed to do enough damage just to get that last hit on on the Dragonite because he stupidly used agility on that turn.
Yep.
So, and it was sort of, no, that is unfair. I don't have any items left. I can't do anything, you know. And I end up, he sends out whatever his first Pokemon was. I want to say it was Gyarados, and just, you know, didn't even have to breathe on my Aerodactyl, and it went down, and it was sort of, well, fuck this game for about a month. But yeah, I did eventually, I think I just ended up boosting my team with legendaries at that point.
So Pontiff suggesting Terrahand and Ghost Rider.
I'm not sure if any of those will fit, but we can try. Pokemon HeartGold always reminds you of poly percentage malt? Of poly what? Oh, Terrahand will actually will fit. It's a slight corruption of the name you suggested, but we'll Terrorhall. I'm really good at video games, you guys. I am so good, and I'm so attentive to what I'm doing, and I never absentmindedly go and do something else.
Onwards.